Hello guys, welcome to today's content. In this content, we will be looking at one amazing university in Austria. And Austria is part of the Schengen countries. Therefore, if you have a residence permit to this country, you are automatically granted access to about 27 other countries. Therefore, going to school in Austria, meaning that by the time you complete your education, you should have at least visited most of these 27 countries visa-free. Also, in this content, we will be looking at their bachelor's programs, that's undergraduate programs. We also will be looking at their master's and PhD programs. It is important to note that the dominant language in Austria is German. Therefore, most of these programs are taught in German language. If you can speak German language, then that's an advantage to you because you will be open up to several programs. However, if you cannot speak the German language, they also have programs that are taught in English. Therefore, that will be our focus for this content. We will have a look at the programs that are solely taught in English. I will show you how to maneuver your way around this website because it can be very, very complicated and confusing. In addition to this, we will also be having a look at their tuition fees and some selected countries. About 60 to 70 countries are offered tuition free to this university. This is the particular reason why we decided to bring you this content. In as much as their tuition fee is very, very affordable, that most of you can afford. If you happen to be in one of these countries that this particular university offer free tuition to, then that will also be an advantage for you. Getting at some point of this video, I'll also show you the basic requirements needed to acquire students' visa to this particular country. Therefore, this video is well structured and planned to help you begin your application journey as soon as possible. What is worth mentioning is that this school doesn't accept nostrification. Nostrification is the equivalent of, document evaluation in the US or Canada. Therefore, you are not mandated to evaluate your academic credentials to the Austrian, equivalent before you make your admission. Some courses may demand legalization, but most courses, don't require you to do that. Therefore, if you think you are interested in this video, please stay tuned and let's explore this amazing opportunity together. Alright guys, so this is the University of Vienna website. Okay, it is important to note that because their main language is not English, please, whenever you log onto the website, you need to make sure you change the language to English. We've been receiving comments that we can't read the language and all that. It's easy. Either you go to your browser, you go to settings, and you will see translate. You select translate, yeah, and you just click on English. It will change to English so that you can read whatever is being provided there. When you log on to, you'll see lots of options, so you choose whichever you are interested in. Now let's have a look at their international students web page. The University of Vienna is the central and most important actor in the internationalization of the tertiary sector in Austria. This is related to the size of the university, its spread of subjects, the attractive location, and the active pursuit of the internationalization strategy. Okay, so you can see it's very ancient building and beautiful. Now, facts and figures, which we will not go much into it. So they have about 2,700 students, international students. They have over 70% new professors. That's approximately 33% of the academic staff come from abroad, and they have over 440 partner universities. So we will be going, let's check on their international students bachelor's and master's programs. So when you click on that link, this will open. So bachelor's, diploma, master's, teacher education, and non-degree program, whichever you are interested in, you just click on the link. So we'll first have a look at the bachelor's programs. Okay, so guys, as I mentioned, most of these programs are taught in German. Okay, so depending on which one you are interested in as an undergraduate, when you open it, it will tell you what mode of instruction that is. So let's use mathematics for an example. So when you click on mathematics, it will take you to the main website. All right, so they will ask you whatever certificate you are using to apply. Okay, so depending on whatever certificate you are using to apply, then you select it. Okay, all right, so that's for bachelor's. And we have masters, admission to master's program. The program requirement, it depends on where you are applying from or which country you are applying from. So if you have completed your bachelor or diploma program at the University of Vienna or another university, and if there are any qualitative admission requirements or that, so this is the guide to admission. Okay, so they have all master's programs. They have German and multilingual master's programs. They have English master's programs and master's programs with selection procedure. So we'll have a look at the English master's programs. All right, so these are them. It's quite a lot actually. Okay, so let's check physics. So when you click on physics, then the requirements will come. A proof of German language is not required because this is taught in English. Okay, but if the program is tutored in German or it's not in English, then they will require that proficiency. Therefore, they will need English language proficiency at level B2. Most of the times, if your previous education was in English, you may be exempted from an English proficiency test. You just need to get English proficiency letter from your university of undergraduate. So degree from University of Vienna, degree from another university. So you click on this. All right, so have completed a bachelor diploma at another university. Okay, so these are the deadlines and dates, required documents, and how to wait for, and this is the entire procedure. Please note, you may only apply if you have completed all your ECTS prescribed in your degree program. That's, you need to have your certificate and all that. So you can read through all this later. Okay, and these are the application deadlines, June and July. So there's still time for you to apply. They also have another opening in November, in January to March. Okay, and these are the required documents you need. It's quite simple and straightforward. Your passport, your higher degree certificate with the required legalization according to the issuing country. Okay, so you just go to the embassy in your country to get it legalized, and this, if you do this increases your chances of being selected. And proof of English language as well. So as I said, if you have the English text, you can use it. If you don't have it and you have an English proficiency letter, you can also use that. And this is the steps for the application process. Okay, most of the times you are not allowed to pay an application fee. Okay, so if your program doesn't require application fee, then that's good for you. So this is program specific. I can't say that for all programs. All right, and those interested in research, you may be eligible for research sponsored, programs. I mean, there are a lot, so we cannot show you all on this in this content. But I mean, I think most of these programs are offered when you go to the university. Okay, so this is one example. So they have the target group aimed at scientists who conduct basic research in meteorology. And this is the funding objectives. Okay, so I mean, if you get admitted, you also get additional funds because you join any of these research bodies. So I mean, it's quite a great opportunity. Now, as I mentioned, nostrification at the University of Vienna, this is not a mandatory requirement. Okay, so some will ask, what does nostrification mean? Let's quickly have a look. So nostrification is the recognition of a foreign university degree as equivalent to an Austrian university degree. So they just need to evaluate your academic credentials to make sure it's equivalent to the Austrian standard. That's basically the meaning of nostrification. Okay, and here says, is nostrification a prerequisite for admission to an advanced degree? And they said no, so it's not mandatory to do that. Now, this is the interesting part. Okay, in as much as you don't pay application fee, okay, let's have a look at their tuition fee. So the amount of tuition, let me broaden it. So this is amount of tuition fees and students union fee for non-EU and EEA citizens, that's international or overseas, outside European area. You have to pay your fee every semester due in time. Okay, and switch. Let's ignore this one. All right, so let's have a look. So they have 3 exemptions for the tuition fees. The first one is students from developing countries. Second is equal status with European citizens. And the third one, UK citizens before the Brexit. And the fourth one is the Ukrainian citizens. So this will be our focus. The first one, students from developing countries. Okay, but the general rule is that in case your country is not exempted, their general tuition fee per semester is 726 euros. So that's if for masters is usually 4 semesters, so that's this times 4, and undergraduate is 6 semesters, so this times 6. Okay, and the students union fee is 24 euros, 24.7 euros. So I mean, even if you are not exempted, this is the tuition fee, which is very affordable for some people. Now let's look at the list of students from designated developing countries. Students with a citizenship of one of the following countries are exempt from paying tuition fee. Okay, the only fee you have to pay is the students union fee every semester. So these are the countries. It's quite a lot. Okay, and I can't mention all, but you can see on your screen. You can pause the video and check if your country is part. So if you are from any of these countries, we have Burkina Faso, we have Niger, Nepal, Togo. So if you are from any of these countries, then guys, you are exempted from paying tuition fee. You don't have to pay application fee, so you can apply to this school. Okay, all right guys, so more information can be seen on the program specific website. Now let's look at the visa requirements. Temporary residence are for stay permits are for temporary time limited residence on federal territory for specific purpose. So our focus is students. So now let's look. So this is the general granting requirements. Okay, general granting requirements. All right, so if you're going there for any other purpose, this is the amount of funds you need to prove. Okay, this is for a monthly funds. Okay, and for people, students, social service employees, for persons below the age of 24, this is the amount per month, and persons above 24. So in applying for your visa, I think you need to prove for about 6 months or 1 year funds that will support your stay in the country. And most of the times, it doesn't need to be your money. You can get someone to write a letter of sponsorship for you, and the person can attach their bank statement. All right, guys. So that's the opportunity. That's the University of Vienna. Okay, we've given you the opportunity, as I always say it. If you think you are interested in this opportunity, please go ahead. We are always here to offer the necessary guidance. If you think you will implement it, we want you to leave a comment. I will implement it. To our first time subscribers, we want to know you. We want to hear from you. So if you are subscribing for the first time, please just leave a comment. I'm a first timer, or I'm a first time subscriber, so that the team can reach out to you. If you want a special mention, just add your emails. That's if it's not confidential, so that we can send you special emails to welcome you. We are one family, one community. We want to come together, help ourselves to push each other, so that we can all fulfill our goals. Therefore, those who have gotten the opportunity through this channel to get scholarships, employment opportunities, we want you to share your testimonies and also help one another. The team is small and we cannot do the work alone. So if you think you are experienced because you've gone through the process, you can help support a brother, support a sister, and let's all climb the success ladder together. At the end of the day, we are fighting poverty, not each other. We wish you all the best, and we'll see you in our next video. All the best, and bye-bye for now.